Happy New Year everybody and welcome back to Spring of Series 15 and Forza Horizon 5. This is Feliz Navidad, the dirt racing seasonal championship in this week's festival playlist that puts us in big class in cars from 2010s, which means there's a whole lot of cars to choose from. I'm not sure how many exactly, but there's pages and pages of cars on the selection screen that you can browse through, and it may not be an easy choice. There's a lot of excellent cars in it, but it's pretty hard to actually go wrong or completely wrong with anything there, as long as it's kind of rally racing set. The overall setting is not difficult, and we have a sprint races for rally here. AI is still just highly skilled, and B class ensures that the races are fast enough to be good fun, but also slow enough to avoid any actual mayhem, and yeah, very comfortable to drive. But it's even harder to actually go wrong with Subaru when you're talking about rally racing. And here I am in 2015 Subaru WRX STI. As you can see, from starting dead last in the beginning of the race, I'm up in the second place right now, partially thanks to El Chafo missing a checkpoint in his Porsche Macan, which was also doing great until that point. But now there's only one teammate to try to pass. We're gonna try to make it nicely. Smashing into the walls doesn't quite help to reduce the gap, but there's still quite a bit of the race to go, so I think we should be fine. This vegetation flying around from the collisions is actually quite cool. You get so used to breaking various objects, especially smaller ones, in Forza Horizon 5. Not sure what happened right now with that teammate. No, they didn't miss a checkpoint, but they definitely kind of stopped dead in a place after smashing their wall. Never actually good, but that allowed me to go in the first place, which is really nice. Now, speaking about the breakable objects, this kind of spoils you. First of all, when I once tried to launch the original Forza Horizon, the number 1, just as a piece of nostalgia, I found myself smashing into the things that are not breakable at all, that I do expect to be breakable from later parts of Forza. But same happens to me in other games. I keep when driving is involved, I keep trying to drive through small trees and bushes, which in many games are absolutely rock solid, and you can't really get through them without wrecking your cars, which, yeah, happens to me somewhat more often than I'm willing to admit. But yeah, coming back to our race here, we seem to be doing reasonably good. I'm in the first place, but overall Team Humans overwhelmingly beating the Team AI in terms of points. So here we are at the end of the first race with really nice and kind of expected result overall. Yeah, quite well ahead of all of the AI. So let's go try repeat it in the second race here in Desierto Trail. As I mentioned, these are sprint races, which are quite a bit easier than circuit races, and I'm starting much more ahead in this second race. Let's try not mess it up. I do that more often than not. Yeah, there's a old gamer ahead of me. Seems to have quite decent speed in that Ford Ranger Rallycross, and yeah, good start for both of us. The road section here obviously helps, and there's El Chafo in his Macan pushing through the AIs quite nicely. Now, speaking about the name of the championship, Feliz Navidad, obviously it's named after a very popular Christmas song from 1970s, which I never heard of. So I had to actually Google and check what it's all about. A little bit of a fight between me and El Chapo here, and a drive past the checkpoint, of course. We've been driving, so, you know, a proper fight, 2, at some point 3 abreast on the track without collisions. And I overcooked it. Now, instead of fighting for the lead, I need to fight for the scraps on the table and try to pass as many AIs as I can. Luckily they're not too far back, but we should be able to, I know, if not pass all of them, because now I just passed like half of them, and yeah, we're gonna pass all of them. So the question is, will I be able to catch up with any of the teammates and maybe pass 1-ish, 2-ish, I don't know. Let's see. So the target places for me now, after this absolute fiasco of racing El Chafo, is anything from 5th to 3rd place. I'm gonna be happy. Obviously the win is out of reach, and with my teammates being quite fast drivers anyway. Okay, now we are in 5th point. Old Gamer ahead in his Ranger should be within the reach. I think I managed to pass him quite easily in the beginning, so yeah, and I'm minimizing this gap quickly, but that's gonna be close. We right on the finish should be fighting for that 4th position. Yeah, let's see. So I am clearly ahead on the screen, but sometimes, you know, the server thinks otherwise. Yeah, 4th position. Okay, not as high as I wanted to be, but high enough. And overall, as you can see, Team Humans wins yet another seasonal championship. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did, even though the finishing place in 2nd race is not precisely where I wanted to be. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.